In the early 1900s, the Colorado River was both a lifeline and a nightmare. It flooded towns without warning, destroyed farmland, and left entire communities powerless against nature's unpredictable force across the growing American West. Cities across the American West were expanding rapidly, but survival depended entirely on water. Without reliable control of the Colorado River, millions of future residents, farms, and industries faced an uncertain and dangerous future in the desert. To solve the crisis, engineers proposed something unbelievable: building the largest dam humanity had ever attempted deep inside Black Canyon, where brutal heat, dangerous cliffs, and the unstoppable Colorado River threatened to destroy the entire project before it even began. Many experts believed the project would fail completely. The Colorado River was too powerful to control, the desert conditions were deadly, and no structure this massive had ever been attempted in such a dangerous environment before in human history. Despite the enormous risks, the United States government approved the dam during the Great Depression. Leaders hoped the project would create thousands of jobs, revive the struggling economy, and restore confidence across a nation facing financial collapse. Thousands of desperate workers traveled from across America searching for employment. Families arrived in the Nevada desert carrying belongings, hoping Hoover Dam could provide survival, stability, and a new beginning during one of the hardest economic periods in history. The desert environment quickly became a nightmare. Temperatures climbed above deadly levels while workers battled dehydration, dust storms, exhaustion, and dangerous working conditions that pushed the limits of human survival every single day at the construction site. Before Hoover Dam could even be built, engineers faced an impossible challenge: diverting the Colorado River itself. Somehow, they needed to temporarily move one of America's most dangerous rivers away from the future construction zone. Workers began blasting enormous diversion tunnels directly through solid canyon walls, using dynamite, drills, and primitive machinery. They carved massive passages through dangerous rock so the Colorado River could temporarily bypass the future Hoover Dam construction site. Inside the tunnels, temperatures became unbearable. Workers faced toxic smoke, collapsing rock, and deadly accidents while struggling to breathe underground. Yet construction continued non-stop because delaying the project could threaten the entire Hoover Dam operation. After months of brutal excavation, the diversion tunnels were finally completed. Engineers successfully redirected the Colorado River away from the canyon floor, allowing construction crews to begin building Hoover Dam in the temporarily dry construction zone below. With the river temporarily controlled, workers began excavating enormous amounts of loose rock from the canyon floor. The foundation needed to reach solid bedrock, capable of supporting one of the heaviest structures humanity had ever constructed. Engineers soon discovered the canyon walls were dangerously unstable. Before construction could continue, crews needed to remove loose rock manually while hanging high above the canyon floor, where falling debris could instantly kill workers below at any moment. Special workers known as high scalers risked their lives suspended hundreds of feet above the canyon. Using jackhammers and explosives, they climbed dangerous cliffs, removing unstable rock while balancing on ropes in extreme desert conditions every day. Once the canyon walls were stabilized, crews prepared for the most important stage yet: pouring unimaginable amounts of concrete into giant forms that would slowly become the massive structure of Hoover Dam itself across Black Canyon. Engineers suddenly realized a terrifying problem. If Hoover Dam was built as one enormous concrete block, trapped heat could take over a century to escape, causing catastrophic cracks that might eventually destroy the entire structure from within. To prevent disaster, engineers designed an advanced cooling system using thousands of feet of steel pipes carrying cold river water directly through the concrete, allowing Hoover Dam to cool safely without cracking apart under its enormous internal heat. Massive buckets filled with wet concrete swung across Black Canyon from giant cableways suspended high above the project. Workers carefully poured layer after layer as Hoover Dam slowly rose from the desert floor beneath the scorching sun. Construction continued day and night without stopping, under powerful floodlights. Thousands of workers operated around the clock because every delay increased costs, risks, and pressure on one of the largest engineering projects in human history. The project remained extremely dangerous. Workers constantly faced falling equipment, explosions, electrocution, heat exhaustion, and deadly accidents while constructing the giant dam, making Hoover Dam one of the most hazardous engineering projects ever attempted during its era. Despite the danger, Hoover Dam became a symbol of hope during the Great Depression. Newspapers and radio broadcasts across America followed the project as millions watched humanity attempt to overcome impossible economic and engineering challenges together. Entire communities rapidly appeared around the construction site. Workers brought families, businesses, schools, and daily life into the harsh Nevada desert, transforming an isolated canyon into a growing human settlement built entirely around Hoover Dam. As Hoover Dam rose higher above the canyon floor, engineers constantly invented new construction techniques. Many methods used during the project had never been attempted before at this scale, forcing workers to solve problems in real time. Gigantic intake towers and hydroelectric systems were added to the structure, allowing the force of the Colorado River to generate electricity powerful enough to transform cities, industries, and millions of homes across the American Southwest for generations. As construction neared completion, Americans realized Hoover Dam was far larger and more powerful than almost anyone had imagined. The giant concrete wall towered over Black Canyon like a monument to human ambition and engineering itself. Behind the dam, the Colorado River slowly expanded into Lake Mead, eventually becoming the largest man-made reservoir in the United States and permanently transforming the dry desert landscape surrounding Hoover Dam for generations to come afterward. Water from Hoover Dam transformed the American Southwest forever. Cities expanded rapidly, agriculture flourished in desert regions, and industries gained reliable water supplies that fueled enormous economic growth across states once limited by harsh environmental conditions. Hoover Dam's hydroelectric generators produced enormous amounts of electricity that powered cities like Las Vegas and Los Angeles, helping millions of people live and work in places once considered too dry and hostile for major development. Although Hoover Dam became an engineering triumph, historians later revealed the devastating human cost behind its construction. Many workers suffered deadly accidents, dangerous illnesses, and extreme conditions while helping build one of humanity's greatest megaprojects ever attempted. Even after completion, Hoover Dam remained controversial. Controlling the Colorado River permanently changed ecosystems, water distribution, and political relationships across the American Southwest as states competed over access to one of the region's most valuable resources. Nearly a century later, Hoover Dam still stands among humanity's greatest engineering achievements. Built through courage, innovation, sacrifice, and relentless determination, the giant structure continues controlling the Colorado River while supplying water and electricity to millions today. In one of the harshest deserts on Earth, humanity achieved the impossible. By stopping the wild Colorado River, Hoover Dam reshaped the future of the American West and proved what people could accomplish through engineering, ambition, and determination together.